Hey, how's it going? David here. Another week is done, so it's time to see what I got in this week. But before I do, if you could actually go below and hit that little subscribe button, I'd really like to build this channel. So thank you. I thought it was going to be kind of a slow week, but towards the end it started picking up. I got some better stuff in, so let's get right into it. First up, West Coast Avengers number 45. This is the first White Vision. And if you haven't seen WandaVision yet, no spoilers, but I have a review for it you can check out. But this book has been going up like crazy. Now, the problem with this book is it's kind of newer, so there's going to be a lot of high grade available. So if you do have it, right now it's spiking, but it's soon, I have a feeling that it's going to dip down, back down. So I have a bunch of copies. I'm trying to get them out as fast as I can. But the problem is CGC is like months and months and months behind. It's just crazy. So I'm hoping to get them out as fast as I can so I could sell them to get kind of, so it hit at its peak. But I have a feeling like 6 months from now, it's going to be going back down. Right now, these sell. This one right here is probably like I think of it like a 9.6, 9.8. Yeah, I think like 9.8, and they sell for about $1,000 right now. So next up, Thundercats number 1. Now these have been picking up steam recently, and I've been trying to get a few here and there, as many as I can, just because I feel like down the road it's gonna get even more valuable, because this is right in the era where the people that collected these are probably in their 30s and 40s, pushing 40. So give it another 10 years and they're going to be even higher. This book I got in. Now here we have the big enchilada. This is a probably top 5 Silver Age key. Spider-Man number 1. This book is probably in this grade, unrestored. It's probably around $10,000 for this one. So pretty excited to have this. I don't get them that often. I used to a lot more back in the day, but now they're just so expensive. So I'll do a market analysis on this one. Next we got Venom number 3. This is the first appearance of Noel, I believe is Noel. I don't know how to say his name. But this has been growing. I think the character Noel has been becoming more and more popular. So this is his first full appearance. This book here is probably around 9.8, and something like this can fetch somewhere around $300 to $500, somewhere there, but it keeps going up. So yeah. Next we got House of Secrets 92, first Swamp Thing. They had the Swamp Thing TV show, and there's speculation that they might continue it on HBO Max. It's an interesting story. They stopped making the show because I think they filmed it in Louisiana, and there's some tax break that they got. Like whenever you go to a different town and you bring in all these jobs, the city usually gives you like a tax break. So there's some tax break that they gave, but somehow there's an accounting error, so they lost like $10 million through this tax break. So then they ended up canceling the show, even though people like the show. I never saw the show, but I think it's supposed to come to HBO Max, which I have, so therefore I'll probably watch it on there because it looked kind of cool. So yeah, but there's also other rumors that they're going to make a Justice League Dark movie, so that's why like Swamp Thing, Zatanna, which is Hawkman 4, and John Constantine, which was in Swamp Thing 37, they're kind of gaining steam because there's some speculation there. This is a pretty low grade copy, by the way. Alright, now we have Spider-Man number 1. Now the difference is, with this one, it might look a little different from your normal Spider-Man number 1. They made multiple variants of this. They have the normal, kind of like this cover, it's green, but it looks a little different. This little number 1 is a little different. There's a green cover, which is the classic one. Then there's a silver Then there's a gold. And then there's a gold with a UPC code, which was only sold in select stores. I want to say Walmart's or something. So that's rare. And then there's this one that's a platinum edition, which is pretty rare as well. I don't know how many copies. I want to say the platinum is like 10,000 copies, I believe. But yeah, so this one's definitely the most expensive one out of the bunch. And this one's about a 9.0, and it'll probably run you around maybe like $300 to $500, something like that for like a 9.0. First Hobgoblin, Spider-Man 238. I got in a run of Spider-Man from 200 up to 299, no 300. Oh well. And they were all pretty nice, like anywhere from, there's a few that were in like the 6.0 range, but most of them were around the 8 to the 9.4 range. This one, which is, so in that run you got 210 first Madam Web, then you got another one is like 252 first Black Suit Spider-Man, and then you got the 299 298, which is first Brief Venom and first Todd McFarlane art, and also 265 first Silver Sable. But then the big one is the 238. And then this one happened to be like a 9.6. It was like the nicest out of the bunch. Also, you have to look to make sure that there's no there's like a tattoo in there. So make sure that that is there. So this kind of open up, because that's key. So something like this in a 9.6 has been going up and up and up. I would say it'd run you like $1,200. I got an old Golden Age Timely Human Torch 15. This is around a mid-grade, like 5.0-ish. Probably run you about $1,000 to $1,200. I like the old Timelies. And anytime I can, especially like there's always like torturing and things you don't really see nowadays. This one looks like they're about to, this is what they always did back in the day. They took their sidekick and then they put him in trouble. He always like Bucky or something. He always looked like he's about to die. And then they have to come and save. Even though if you think about it, if he's like a fire guy, he could just go and like burn all of them instantly. There's a cool cover. I want to say it's Human Torch 13 or 6. I can't remember. But there's a guy, he has like a sword or something like that. And the Human Torch grabbed his arm like right here and burned all his flesh. So you see this picture of him grabbing this guy's arm. And it's literally like he's just grabbing straight bone because he burned off all his flesh, and it's like there's blood and it's melting. It's pretty cool. Then I got the Return of the Dark Knight, #1. This book's been going up because the Justice League Zack Snyder movie's coming out. So, and that's kind of the Ben Affleck is that Batman, the more older, grizzled one. It's a funny story about this. I had a complete run, 1 through 4, and they're all really high grade. And years ago, when I was a kid, my mom had a garage sale, and she's like, you need to get rid of some of your old stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll get rid of some of my old comics that I don't want. And stupidly, I was a kid, and I didn't really think about it, is I don't know why, I could not tell you why. I put all the comics I wanted to sell in the front, and then in the back, I had a few comics that I didn't want to sell. But for some reason, I didn't take them out. I don't know why. I probably didn't even think anyone would come and buy them. And someone came by and bought my complete set. And because I wasn't there, and sold it for, I don't know, my mom probably sold it for like a couple bucks. And I was pretty mad about that. But yeah, I got another one. But this one's about 9.6. It'll probably run you around $400 or $500. Now to make this video a little shorter, I'm gonna run through some more stuff that I got, but just a lot quicker pace and maybe not talk too much about it. I got this Amazing Heroes, number 45, I believe. Yeah, 45. It says a 9.8. It's the first Turtles, like, kind of like they're in, it's like a preview book, and so it's like the first Turtles in printing type of thing. Got a 9.8. I think these books are going to go up. I'll probably grab a stack. This one is I never heard of this till recently, is a Star Wars fan. Like, if you were in a fan club, they send out this book to you. So that was kind of cool. Spider-Man 15, pretty low grade. This is the first Craven, which there's talks of Keanu Reeves being Craven. This one I'm going to do another video on Infinite Crisis number 3, which is the first appearance of the current Blue Beetle. This is old Flash comics. In pretty beat up shape. Flash 19. Take these out. I got some Hellboy early print first appearances. So he first appeared in a thing called Dime Press, which is an Italian book because that's Mike Mignola, I think, is from Italy. Then his first real appearance in America was, I believe, this one, San Diego Comic-Con, which is like a book with a bunch of artists. But then he later appeared in The Next Men. Now I have a bunch of these Spawns I picked up. And these later editions of Spawns, like in the 150s through like the 250s, they've been really going up pretty high in value because they're printed low. Such a low printing of them. So I've been like trying to buy these when I can. And you know, in a 9.8 you can fetch anywhere from like maybe $100 for them up to like $250 for just the rest of them. I did notice when I was looking through them though, the art is not the artist like drawings. It's the actual art is pretty bad. It was early 2000s, and I think they're experimenting with trying to get a cheaper way of printing. And before, which is weird, they would make these like silver plates, like these metal plates, and then that's how they printed. I don't know exactly how the whole printing process works, but so if you had a cover, say Spawn and this guy like screaming, they would make a silver plating out of this, and that's what they would stamp down to get the ink on it or something like that. So every book and page you'd have to make a huge silver plate for, and then you'd run a bunch of printing. But I think here they're experimenting with digital printing. So that's where the computer just prints it, just like your normal printer that you have in your house. But they didn't perfect it back then yet, and it's really poor. Like it's very pixelated. Like so I'll see this great art and it's just like all pixelated and I don't know. So it's kind of interesting. Fantasy 494. First Agatha. I have a bunch and I'm trying to get them to CGC. And I'm probably not going to buy much anymore. She'll probably appear again, but I think this book has peaked. Probably peak in the next couple of months. First Deathstroke. That's pretty cool. And then got first G.I. Joe. But yeah, so that's pretty much, I got a bunch of other stuff, but if you like this kind of stuff, just subscribe below. I have tons of other videos, please check out. If there's something you want to see more in depth of, comment below, or comment maybe your favorite comic, or maybe one of these comics you saw that was your favorite of the bunch. Thanks.